Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. I would like to do kind of an axial review on the Jeep Gladiator 2021. Jeep finally came out with a cool truck, and Axial has made one with a guy in it. So here is what I'd like to talk about. First of all, axial. We've had some axials, and we've had Gravedigger, and basically this was a great truck, but a huge disappointment for my 6-year-old, because axial, when we called them, or Horizon, which one did we call it?
I believe it was, no, it was axial.
Axial
Yeah.
itself. They said not to change the servo and not to put the servo horn without a servo saver. Now I talked to like 3 people, and they sent me a new servo saver, and we get about 3 minutes, 7 minutes maybe, and it would, my son wouldn't be able to steer, and the metal piece that was in there was gone. And we'd look all over the street for it, and then we'd call axial. We'd wait another 2 months. We'd get the part, and so eventually, I just said to heck with it. We put them metal boots in here, so this ain't gonna break if you hit it hard. We put the regular 25 tooth, and this thing is so much fun. Axial did a great job on this truck. It is just awesome for the price. It's a good looking truck. My son just loves this thing. He has so much fun. We take the top off and we call it Doom Buggy. It's a great truck. But you gotta change this. I don't care what Axial says. We keep it at low though, because it's a 6-year-old. So I don't want it at 100% when it doesn't have a servo saver on it. But now he's played with it for hours. For 1 year, we got about, 27 minutes of time. And then last Saturday, we spent 3 hours playing with it. So it's a great truck. It just has its problem. Now we come here, another awesome truck. Details. My 12-year-old has this truck, and he just loves this truck. This is a great truck. There's so many upgrades you could do, but this had its problems. The tires were just literally like the way they put them on the rims. They just are not seated right, and they're glued. So Axial actually sent us new tires and rims, but we bought new weighted rims, and this is a good truck. This is a really nice truck. And of course it had the same thing with the servo, and I had to change it. I had to put a new stuff in it, because same problem. But now it works great. And this is a tough truck, good looking truck. And you could buy this. You've got to cut it out. And it's really nice. You can put this on, and it's got, we leave the screws in. I can tell you this, on this truck, take my advice. Take the mirrors off before you even drive it. I broke these mirrors, and we still haven't got another set for him. Now, we're going to go to Axial. Jeep Gladiator. 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Some really good detail. So here we got some, right away, I'm going to talk about the very first issue with this truck. This truck has some issues. Okay, so the very first one is getting this top on this body. Now, there are fixes, and I'm going to work on them, but this is a brand new truck. This truck has only been driven for, what do you say, hon? 3 minutes? Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to see more. We're going to hopefully test this out so you can see this truck. it'll have more time on what you'll see than we did. So, this was a display model from my local hobby shop, and I got a great deal. These things are selling for $5.20. I got it for $4.49, and because it was a display. So here's the thing right out of the semi box, because it was on a display. So the very first problem is getting this thing on. So I will now here. I'd like to talk about something. When I first seen all the videos, I thought everybody, when they talked about getting this top on, that this cool system where you don't see any of the pins was the problem, and it's not. That is not the problem. Once this gets on, you can put the clips right in. It's super easy. It is not, you don't have to, it's not hard to pull it out. So I was under the impression that that was the problem. There's two problems. These fenders and these here hit tremendously, and you can't get them on. And this, can you zoom in, hon? This here, this piece, I watched the video, they cut it down so you can just push it over instead of trying to get it up and over. So, you know, and like the video said, Axial knew this was a problem. And, you know, they still put it out. And not good, because I've spent at least 10 minutes trying to get this on, getting so frustrated, wondering why I bought it. But here, I'm going to help you guys out so you don't have to do that, okay? So, one of the things to do, I mean, I can show you the 10 minutes it takes to get this on, but that's not worth it. Trust me when I tell you, if you don't know these tricks just to get it on, it takes a long time. So here's some of the tricks before you do the mods, okay? So I can get this on a lot faster. So one of the things is you start from one side, okay? You get that lined up. Now, you gotta get, so now once you get one side, you have to, well, if you can show them, you have to push this fender in, take your finger and put it in. Then you gotta do the same here. And look, I got that in one shot. I'm getting better and better at this. Okay, now we're gonna do the same here. You would have all this hooked up, so you wouldn't have that problem, but I'm not doing that right now. Okay. You know what? I want to turn it on, because we're going to test it. So, okay. Now, again, look, push this fender in that way and pull that out. Now just, well, now I'm stuck again. Okay. See what I did? I pushed that in. Now look at that. Now, here's the thing. The clips. Where was the clip? Wow. Alright, but here, let me show you. So, I would bring a rag or something if you're on the field, because you don't want to scratch your top. But see, look how easy that is now. It just goes right in. I have 4 clips, I guess. Well, I don't think we need it on the clips to go on to show you. I'm going to put it in here. Yeah, where's the bag that this all came in? Alright, well, I don't think it's that important. What's important is to see what happens next. Okay, so Axial has really made a defect. Here is a defect. It is the
Pan hard mount.
pan hard mount, okay? So you have to get this. If you're going to buy this truck, buy this the same time. And they make a protector. Horizon sells right when you buy this truck. Let me see if I have it. Yeah, there's Horizon. So maybe it was the other company, but they sell this protector. What was the Hobbytown, axial, gladiator. So yeah, watch. They sell you the part. It's called the Bauhaus RC Axial XT-SV10. It's a panhard reinforcement bracket. So it's not actually this, okay? What it is to protect the plastic one that it comes with. And if you go to this company, they'll tell you that Axial's a great company, but this sucks. You know, this piece is horrible. And it shouldn't, you shouldn't have to buy a new one as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry. I apologize, Axial. But if you got a product that breaks out of the box, okay, and everybody's talking about it, then this should be free. Not $14 and wait a week. It should be in the box. That's my personal opinion. If I owned a company, and I wanted to compete, show up here, to some of the good companies, Traxxas, we know that Traxxas is good, and I'll tell you what, the Red Cat Gen Axe, here is a piece of work. $4.99 I think it was, but I made it different. But this is a truck. This is the ultimate truck, I gotta tell you. It doesn't have the 2-speed though, like TRX4 does. But, so listen, let's not sit here and harp on stuff. I just want to stay in some solutions here. So we do know that we're going to change this. Let me show you out of the box what happened here. Okay. So if you want to zoom in, it's broken. Here, let me get better light for you. All right. That's out of the box. Broken. Look. You see it moving? I couldn't even steer it. That's completely just broken. Okay. Now, here's out of the box. Show the pictures this way. Look at these tires. Go as straight as you can. Off the rim. Off. Look at this. Look at that tire, how crooked it is. Look at this one here. Can you see? This is silly. Shame on you, Axial. And that's the same thing that happened with these. So when you buy a truck from Axial, the quality sucks. But their idea is way beyond. This is a beautiful truck. You shouldn't have to do this. Now, the other problem is, out of the box, let's see if you can zoom in. Look at the shocks. They're all full of oil. Can you get in here, Lou? They're full of oil, full of oil, full of oil. They're shot. Look, they're just all stuck. And they start to work after you pump them up. So I called the local hobby shop, or texted them. I know how to fix this stuff. I know how to fix the tires. The tires is an easy fix, guys. So you're not upset. The easy fix is they're not on the rim. So what we're gonna do, my beautiful wife holding the camera, is gonna take these apart. And look, you can see it's just totally off the rim. She will set these right, put them on right, and it should be fine. And you know what we like to do? Just a little YouTube trick. If you're not going to buy new rims with metal weights, because these are I don't know if they're aluminum or plastic. But what we do is we just take some solder. I'll show you. That solder wrapped around, And what we do is we'll take, I'll weigh it, just one, or I have it marked here on how long it is, and I just cut 4 exactly the same. And then I just wrap all 4. A lot of people, what I'm learning is I probably should make the backs a little less lighter and make these heavier on the front. But that's a little trick too. If you're gonna have to fix these. But we'll most likely probably buy, like axial cells. Oh, that's a red cat. I'm sure you can get these for axial. I paint them because they come in brass. I don't like it seeing brass, but these are real nice weight. And you put them on the front. I'm sure they got something that you can weigh this with the tires. These rims weigh a lot. So, but it's not the worst thing in the world. These can be fixed. The point is bad shocks. Now the shocks, I tried to call get some information a bunch of times because that was the only problem is I didn't know what to do with these shocks. So he finally told me that axial is known of keeping the cap, not tightening the caps. So I'm probably going to do, I was told 50 weight, and I might even just have some 30 and top them off and see how they work and experiment, because that's what this hobby's about. You have to experiment. And so that's part of the truck. One of my pet peeves, but I knew before I bought it, this is all surprise. But my pet peeve right away was the fact that you don't get the servo, you only get a 3-channel radio, and you don't get the option to just put in a new receiver. But here's the good part that a lot of people don't talk about. You just get a 4-channel radio, and this is already set for 4 channels. You got to get the Spectrum 4-channel instead of the 3-channel. So you don't have to change this to add a servo. And I didn't know that when I bought this, but I figured it out. So this has 4 channels. And what else do we have? Of course, these bumpers are not really styles. So if you want to replace these to make them look like, they're like $80 a piece. The back doesn't have the tow hitch, and I make all custom trailers, so I gotta have a tow hitch. I showed a boat trailer over there. I gotta have it. I have all kinds of trailers. I got the big trailer over here you can't see, so I'm gonna spend the $80 for my son to pull a trailer. The other thing is they make for $10 or $15 on eBay, they make the cover for this. There's 2 types, one that goes in this screw and one that just glues on the top. I'm going to get after the one that goes in that screw. This is a great truck, it just has a lot of problems. Now this has some good detail. If you get your Spectrum battery, you'll know what your battery is. I don't have a smart battery. Now, it's a 2-speed transmission, but you can't use it. I did try to dig right away, and because the steering's broke, I couldn't really do one side, but the side that it did turn, it was pretty cool. It drags this and then just turns it on a dime. So,
Go ahead.
Alright, so the body is everything. Alright, we on?
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing that I have a problem with is, this is more me probably than anybody else, but when I look at this truck, I see a shiny, translucent, if you can look, point in there, and out in the daylight it's really translucent. So I'm going to take this all apart and put either a darker red or a backer black, and maybe paint the interior. But I have a feeling once this is painted with a backer, that this truck is going to look so sweet. Okay, I just don't know. And if anybody has, if anybody has done that, please let me know. Like if you take this truck, now I put it, see this has the black, and look how solid it looks, not compared to that translucent, you see? So I'm really thinking of doing the black. We put an interior in. This hobby is so much fun, guys. You really, it has its ups and downs, but we put that there. You know what? Why I'm showing you up. Axial got a whole, Traxxas got a whole new light kit. But I gotta tell you, what I did with this, can you see the interior? Oh, here. I cut the window out. I still gotta sand it. But I can't figure out how to get this tint out. So, but I like seeing it, And then here's the trick. Here. I need working space. I'm just gonna put this back up. 1 second, Lo. Oh, another trick is having these cars sit on their axles instead of their tires. So I don't know if anybody noticed in this video, this is what they sit on. And I put all the parts that I gotta, look how much work I still gotta do. There's so many things that gotta be done. So anyways, real quick, this is super cool. So I hate the body clips. So I put magnets, and I bought this kit from Club Racing 5, which is a great place. And a little more complicated once you put the interior in. But magnets. Super nice. I wish I could get this to work like that. But maybe. I told you some of the tricks by cutting that piece, and by the way, something I missed, which is real important, is they're saying that these have to get cut a little. And I noticed just before I started this video, I'm not sure, but this is crooked and this is crooked. I don't know if it's meant to be, but we'll work on that and figure it out. But just cutting this bar off, I don't know if you can see it, that back piece, and making it, you don't cut it completely off, please. They're just saying to get it maybe as even as this, so when you push it forward, it doesn't have to go so high. And I seen the guy, it went nice and easy. And I think, just, there's some great stuff on this truck. I cannot just leave it. I mean, look at the detail. I love the fenders, but they don't come with the real lights, but Club 5 has them, and they're pretty nice. They come with the real lights. I mean, the detail on everything is amazing. I really like it. It's a good little truck. And look, the other thing that's important to know is that they give you this deep bed, which is so cool compared to compared to this bed. It's so low that you see what I did. I built this was a vegetable truck, me and my dad, that's his name, RLG, and he passed away, so I made this truck for him. This is so much fun. I made this in the pandemic, so we had no materials. But yeah, I really like the deep. So listen, that's, it's definitely Axial's got to get their act together. This is a $520 truck, and you shouldn't have to do all this on a $520 truck. And but keep in mind, one of the things of this hobby, as you see my hobby shop, is to work on stuff. And I have just as much fun fixing the things as I do driving them. All right, we're going to quickly show the crawler track. And I mean, I don't have anything set up, but oh, let's at least show my wife's truck if we're going to do this.
Oh, my body's backwards.
Oh. Magnets.
Oh, woo. Just sit it down there. Hold the camera.
But this is the fun. You know, she made the metal bars. These are all metal. And she hid the wires. I mean, look at the detail. It's so cool. She put a little soda in there. You know, we like drivers, so it's a really cool truck. Again, Club 5. And that's what I'm going to do with some of these other we're going to use these and make them magnets on the other trucks. Ooh, I'm going to show them Red Cat interior. This is another one of my 6-year-old's crawlers. We made a little interior because we like interiors. Alright. Let's quickly show the track and call it a video and you can post it. So that's my review, but listen, we have this really cool track that we have a lot of fun on. Over here, love. So you go up this way and you go on the bottom. Cool, right guys? And these are all we're gonna put, you know, more stuff. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll watch this and then we'll post it. All right, have a great Father's Day. And I hope you can enjoy having fun with your kids like I do. And this is a great hobby. It's frustrating sometimes, especially the hobby shops and you know, some of their rules are ridiculous, you know. But to be part of this, you got to be tolerant and you got to understand that it's not the same as going to Home Depot and buying something and returning it. It just doesn't work that way. I have no problems buying a $449 truck and fixing the problems. I saved like $80. And you have to look at it that way. The only thing I needed was advice on what to do with the shocks. And if anybody has some advice, I'm going to just fill it and put, you know, see if they're loose. And because I'm going to work on it next. And I'll probably post another video with all the fixing. Hopefully somebody tells me if they painted theirs black underneath or red, because I'm real curious. All right, thank you guys for tuning in.